Hey VC, Wes here, checking in with my vinyl inbox for the month of October 2016. Hope you're all doing well, having a great month so far. This is my second time recording this video. I shot this video yesterday, horribly clipped the audio, had the white balance on the camera wrong. It was a mess. I'm starting over, so hopefully it goes better this time so I can get this video uploaded today. Anyway, just a few quick notes before we get into this month's finds. I do have some other finds from this month that I'm still waiting to get uploaded. I have my finds from the St. Augustine record show that happened at the beginning of October, yet to upload my finds from. Video of that is forthcoming in the next month probably, as well as my finds from the Friends of the Library book sale that happened 2 weeks ago now so yeah, those videos are coming. I did have some more finds than what I'm just showing today from the month, but working on getting those videos edited and uploaded. But I figured I'd upload my sort of end of the month wrap up kind of thing first, just to get it out of the way and have a few things that are sort of timely. The first thing I'll mention that's timely is if you are looking to get some sleeves from Clear Bags, this month would be the month to get them because there is a discount code, 10% off discount code for the month of November. The discount code is THANKS16. Just enter that at checkout and that'll get you 10% off, and that'll help sort of offset the cost somewhat of the shipping. It won't completely take away the shipping usually unless you're doing a large order. You've ordered from Clear Bags in the past, their shipping costs are quite high, but the sleeves themselves are very reasonable, so it's still a good deal to get the sleeves from them. Those are these frosted inner sleeves that I use that a lot of times people ask about. I get them from Clear Bags. They're really nice. They're copies of an RTI sleeve, basically. Really heavy frosted plastic. Treat your records nicely and you don't get all the dust and the paper shreds from the paper sleeves. So these are really nice to use after you have cleaned your records. And of course they have the original Blake sleeves, the very clear, crystal clear sleeves that are, they sell those ones that seal at the top if you want that, or if you just want an open sleeve, they have those as well. They have 7-inch sleeves. I believe they also have 10-inch sleeves now. They have some extra large sleeves that fit sort of double LPs better, triple LPs better. A lot of times you can get a double LP into a standard Blake sleeve, no problem, but sometimes you just can't sometimes. So I have a few of those on hand just in case for those times that it doesn't fit. So yeah, 10% off, THANKS16 is the discount code. Hope you all can make some use of that. Got a few CD finds from the month I want to talk about. The first thing I have here is the new album by Van Morrison titled Keep Me Singin'. Just released this past month, I believe. I just saw it in the store anyway and picked it up. Haven't gotten too far into this one, but so far I'm enjoying it. His voice is still strong, still sort of the traditional Van Morrison we know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into this one more. Sounds pretty good so far. And so yeah, that's the new Van Morrison album. Got that on CD. Haven't seen it on vinyl anywhere yet. Don't know. It's probably delayed like most others are right now. Second thing we got here, another new release from a sort of classic artist. Something I bought. Wasn't expecting much from it and actually found out I like this quite a bit. I'm actually very impressed with it. And that is the new album from Kansas, the Prelude Implicit. Yeah, they sort of a return to form for Kansas. They seem like they're reinvigorated. Their writing is really good. The playing is really good. The songs are really interesting. If you've been a fan of Kansas in the past, check out this new one. It's really, really good. As I said, I was really impressed with this. If I see this on vinyl in the future, I may just pick it up to have it in the collection. I really do like this album a lot. I've been listening to it a lot the last month. And the last CD I have to share with you this month is the new release, or the posthumous release from David Bowie. This is his soundtrack to the musical Lazarus, a 2-CD set. The first CD features basically the score from the musical that are just musical versions of his greatest hits, which is interesting. And then the second CD features some unreleased tracks from his last recordings for Black Star. So that's another thing that makes this really nice and interesting. Nice little package, 2 CD set there, some photos and stuff. And so that's just a nice pickup and another piece for the David Bowie collection. So those were my CD finds for October. Let's go ahead and get into the vinyl. First thing I have to share with you is something I talked about last month and did arrive just not too long ago, actually. This is the soundtrack to the Netflix series Stranger Things. The soundtrack is done by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein of Survive, the band Survive, which I showed their latest release last month. And so this is the soundtrack to Stranger Things Volume 1. There's also a Volume 2 of this soundtrack coming in November, I believe. So there is that very, very ambient electronic horror movie soundtrack kind of stuff. Sort of John Carpenter kind of stuff. A little bit of liner notes on it. Not too much going on with this one. And this is just the standard black pressing of this album. Basically, I wanted this so badly that I ordered the first one I saw announced, and it was this black version, so that's what I got. I ordered this from Pop Market. So just the standard black pressing of this. That's okay. As I said, I just want to have this on vinyl, so I am perfectly fine with having a black pressing of it. That's pretty cool, actually. I think it's unique in and of itself. So. Stranger Things soundtrack, yeah, really cool ambient electronic soundscapey kind of stuff, and I really do like the driving sort of 80s horror film sound it has to it, and it's really, really cool music to put on and listen to. Next thing I have to share with you for this month is the Vinyl Me Please album of the month, a big one this month, a big reissue. This is Beck's Odelay from 1995. Really awesome to get this on vinyl. Really awesome that Vinyl Me Please chose to reissue this, and it's really cool that some of the other early Beck albums are getting reissued on vinyl as well. Do sort of a fold-out poster with liner notes on it, and then some artwork as well. And then the actual pressing of this itself is a really cool sort of smoky maroon color. I'm not going to be able to make it pop here on video because it's not backlit, but really cool pressing of this, really cool colored pressing of this, pressed at Palace in Germany. Sounds pretty good. As Paul pointed out, Baraka P-Dub, they have the whole album squashed onto one piece of vinyl, so these sides are probably almost a half an hour long, so quite compressed with the volume, but it's nice and quiet. And it still sounds very good. It still sounds better than a CD to me. So yeah, I'm just happy to have this and let's be able to listen to it on vinyl. So that was a really cool release. Also got a sticker here, Odelay sticker. So yeah, that was the Vinyl Me Please release for October. Still enjoying the Vinyl Me Please service. If you're looking to get a subscription to Vinyl Me Please, I will leave a referral link down in the show notes below. That helps me out, and I thank you if you choose to use my referral link. Also, each month you get an art print, so that is the art print that went with this month's release, done by Scott Allen Hill. I usually just slide these into the Vinyl Me Please albums themselves that they came with, so it sort of goes along with it, and I'll remember what goes where. And then, as well as the album of the month, I ordered some extra albums as part of my shipment. They were doing some clearing out of the members store, and they put a bunch of things on clearance, and they were, between $8 and $12, most everything. So I actually ordered 4 things. Only 3 of them arrived. The 4th thing they say is coming. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it arrives soon. But I'll share with you the 3 things that did arrive. The first thing I got here is the Dave Harrington Group, and their album is titled Become Alive. The Dave Harrington Group, it's really difficult to explain. It's almost like a cross between ambient electronic and doom pop. It's really weird. It's like this, it's very musical. There's tons and tons of instruments used on here. Saxophones and percussions and vibraphones and all kinds of organs and synthesizers and pedal steel and lap steel and upright bass and theremin and just a crazy mixture of instruments, and they do these really very ambient, very cinematic sort of sounding songs. Really cool, and definitely dug getting this. I was glad to pick this up. New music to me, but I did like discovering it, being able to pick it up for a good price on black vinyl. Okay, the next thing I have to share with you is a piece of, I guess you could call it modern synth pop. Haven't really dug much into this one yet, but this is the album by The Classics. I think it's self-titled. This was a Vinyl Me Please exclusive pressing. I got number 64. Yeah, just very much a modern synth pop sort of sound to me. Nice 2LP pressing here. The download code that fell on the floor. And this is pressed on white vinyl, which is really cool. Nice exclusive white vinyl pressing of this. P's there. Those are both the inners there. So that's nice. I'm looking forward to listening to this some more and experiencing it. I was glad to pick that up for a nice price. And my last pickup that arrived from the vinyl clearance is, I guess, probably the most recent album by the indie rock band Silver Sun Pickups. This is titled Better Nature, just released last year in 2015. Really colorful, cool album artwork. Heard of the Silver Sun Pickups before, but hadn't really listened to them that much. This is my first time actually sitting down and giving them a serious listen. I really like the music on this so far, so I'm really enjoying it. So that is really nice. The insert with liner notes on it. This is just a nice 2LP black pressing, like the Beck album. This is pressed at Palace, so really nice quality sound here. Really do appreciate that. Really nice pieces of vinyl. So yeah, that is the Silver Sun Pickups. Looking forward to spending some more time with this. As I said, I'm really enjoying it so far. Enjoying their sound, so maybe I'll go back in their discography and listen some more. Next thing I have to talk about are a couple pickups from the dollar bin from the local half-price books-like store called Second and Charles. They've been sort of slowly been putting out more and more dollar bin stuff. I was actually just in there last night, and looks like the end has come for the dollar bin for right now. They sort of got rid of that area and sort of moved stuff down into their sort of value bins. And so these are some things I picked up in the dollar bin anyway from there. First thing I have here is an album from Justin Wilson, the Cajun comedian. Also had a cooking show on PBS for a while. This is his album titled I Guarantee on Tower Records. Nice release from him. I had a chance to meet Justin Wilson about 20 years ago at the library here in town. Came and did a talk, and it was really cool to hear him talk and meet him and get to hang out for a while. So that was really cool. So cool to have this piece of comedy from him. He does this sort of storytelling, and it's always funny. And yeah, glad to have picked that up for $1. Next thing I got here is a self-titled album by Hugh Masekela, just titled Masekela on the Uni record label. Picked up a compilation of Patrick Cowley probably about 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago now at this point. But this is a 12-inch single from him, so it was really cool to find an original piece from him from the 80s. This is Manergy and I Want to Take You Home on Fusion Records out of San Francisco. Just a very plain 12-inch release. Patrick Cowley is probably most well known for doing soundtracks to porn music, or porn music soundtracks, but he was a very interesting electronic artist and really made some really interesting music in and of itself. So yeah, it was cool to hear sort of that compilation I picked up, and it was really nice to pick up a 12-inch single from him from the 80s in the dollar bin. And then I picked up a couple of sealed LPs from the late 80s. First one we got here is Grace Jones' Bulletproof Heart. 1989, I believe, is the date on this one. And as I said, that's sealed. And one last sealed pickup, also from 1989. This is Oaktown 357 with Wild and Loose. On 357 were a group discovered and sort of promoted by MC Hammer, and this is produced by MC Hammer. So kind of a mixture of R&B and hip-hop. Pretty cool stuff, and as I said, still sealed, so that was nice to pick up for $1. And one more pickup for the month of October. I led a photo walk at the beginning of the month and had some friends in town from Atlanta, and they're also into collecting and spinning vinyl. So we went and did some record shopping the day after the photo walk. While I was there, I picked this up at Arrow's Aim Records. I picked up an album from Edgar Froese. This is his album titled Aqua. I believe it's from 74, 75, somewhere in that range. 74 is the date on this on Virgin Records. Edgar Froese of Tangerine Dream. So this definitely has very much a Tangerine Dream ambient electronic sound to it, but 70s, very German sort of electronic ambient kind of music. Really cool sound, electronic rock kind of stuff that was really happening in the mid 70s there. So glad to have found that. That was a very nice pickup, a UK import on Virgin Records. So those were my finds for October 2016. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, as I said, stay tuned. I got a video for the St. Augustine Record Show coming in the near future, and then 2 videos for the Alachua County Friends of the Library book sale that happens. Those will be forthcoming in the next couple weeks as well, so keep an eye out for those. Subscribe if you're not already, so you'll be let know when those are released. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day, great night, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers.